positive attitudes about your body, positive attitudes about what do you think about fitness and exercise. By the way, there's a whole bunch of fitness efforts that have nothing to do with exercise, because exercise to me implies you're not enjoying yourself. So I recommend you do something that's fitness that you enjoy, and then it's no longer exercise. Positive attitudes about healthier eating habits and general lifestyle. We all could improve general lifestyle. Healthier attitudes that support pursuing easier pursuit of your goals. It's coming time for the end of the year when a lot of us make great. I can't think of the word, but we make promises to ourselves of change we're going to make in the coming year. Well, those are for a form of goals, and there's different ways you can formulate those goals, and there's a lot of different ways to approach those goals. So sometimes these sessions are all going to be about how do you formalize your approach to your goals. How it works. Well, repeatedly, you establish a vision in your mind of the change that you desire. So it's kind of like positive imaging. You are what you think. So you establish a vision in your mind of the change you want to desire, or maybe it's how you want to behave, but you think of that repeatedly. You bring it to mind a lot. You don't forget it. You bring it so often that you remember it. That's one reason I hope to talk to your subconscious while you're relaxed, so that your subconscious actually supports bringing that image back to your mind all the time. Subconsciously, you're guided in a way, our ways, that will move you in that direction. So I'm here to nudge you. If you truly want something, it's more likely to happen, provided that it's something that is possible and within your control. So you don't want to imagine changing your family to support you better in your change in your body image, because you can't change the family. You can only change yourself. So you want to think of ways that you can change yourself. It also has to be something realistic. If you happen to be of a large weight, maybe obese, you can't say, I want to get down to 105 pounds. That's impractical. It's illogical. It doesn't mean you can't do it, depending on your stature and where you are in life. I can't judge that for you, but typically you're just not going to come down to like a 105-pound person. So you have to choose a goal that's maybe 10 pounds less than what you've got, or 15 or 20. Two things are at stake there. One, it's feasible to do that in a reasonable amount of time. And second, it gives you a feeling of achievement. So if you want to lose 50 pounds, set your first goal at 10 pounds. Once you achieve that goal, feel good about it and set another 10 pounds. So do gradual goals. Environment for doing this, well, you want to be comfortable. So wear comfortable, loose-fitting clothing and find yourself a very comfortable place to relax. Now, this can be a sofa, can be a chair. It can even be a carpet or a yoga mat on the floor, though I recommend a pillow and a light cover if you chill. Now, a comfy chair works very well too, as long as you can rest your head on something. If you're in a chair where you can't rest your head, you need to push your chair against the wall so you can touch the wall with your head. Or worst case, if you're going to sit up straight in a chair with no headrest, allow your head to drape forward, and so relax that way, because otherwise you could get like a little whiplash effect, and you really don't want that. You want your head rested. Light cover, I mentioned that. Adjust your volume on your receiving. What if you're on a tablet or a computer, whatever, adjust the volume so that I'm speaking rather loudly right now. I'm going to bring that volume down a little bit when we start. So adjust so that my soft words can be heard clearly. I'm going to be talking more at this level. So you want to be able to hear my soft words. I am going to play music, but it's going to be ultra soft. So if you do not hear the music, don't fret. Don't worry about it if you can't. You want to be more concerned about hearing my voice. Now, what's included in these sessions? Relaxing breath work. That is the most relaxing thing we can use. It's the best thing we can use for stress. We're going to be using formal relaxation techniques such as body scans, progressive relaxation, autogenic relaxation, and some others. Tonight, we're going to do an autogenic relaxation. We'll be using imagery. Now, that imagery is often a self-image of you. Maybe looking at yourself, maybe looking at your future self, or maybe it's seeing yourself in a beautiful surrounding like a forest glade or at the beach or something. Some of the imagery will deal with being de-stressed, relaxing, behavior patterns. Maybe you'll imagine yourself doing a certain type of behavior pattern and changing that pattern. Healthier foods and others. We'll be using positive affirmations, such as affirmations that help us reduce cravings, increase exercise. There's that darn word again. How about increase physical movement? Eating patterns, goal setting, motivation, and others. At the end of the session, you might, and I hope you are, very relaxed. So when I return to the slides, we do have formal slides to close the class with. It's a part of the structure of Get Set Up. So I will be returning those slides at the end of the class, but you're welcome to stay comfortable and relax. You do not have to get up and come to the computer, the tablet, or the phone, whatever it is. You're more than welcome to just stay relaxed. And I'm going to continue speaking slowly, even at the slides, because I don't want to disturb you or even possibly wake you up. If some people might fall asleep. So I do not want to disturb you. So I will still be speaking softly. And at the end of the session, instead of doing my normal goodbye chatter and waving and hoo-ha, I'm just going to close the session quietly. So if you all of a sudden wake up or just become aware and the session has been closed, it's because it ended and I didn't wake you up or disturb you. So let's get started. So if you remember, I said you can be reclined or you can be seated. I highly recommend reclined if you can do it, or a nice big comfy chair. Loose fitting, comfortable clothes, something to support your head, and do your best to stay awake. Now, that's a challenge. It's not an order. It's not required, but just do your best to try to stay awake so that you'll hear everything I say. Though if you fall asleep, don't worry. You're forgiven. And you know what? Even if you fall asleep, you're still going to hear my words. Sometimes it works better for people if they do fall asleep. So don't panic if you fall asleep. So with that, let me do some moving around and we're going to get started. So I'm assuming you guys are moving and getting in position. I'm going to mute everybody because we want to make sure that we don't have any outside sounds bleeding through the session. If you need help, you need anything during the session, please go to the TA, go to the chat box, because I will not be available. You will not be able to get my attention. So let me put on a little music.